So what a lot of players don't know about Han is that the game can be quickly decided at the picking screen. What I want to do is I want to talk about how to form your team properly, how to pick the hero that best suits what your team needs, and what you can do to make sure your teammates want to pick a good, solid unit to go out and win. Here is the pick screen for an all-pick game of Heroes of Newerth. At this point, you can pick any hero you would like to play. However, a lot must be considered before you make your decision. What a lot of players don't understand about Han is that the game can be easily decided at the pick screen. Every hero in Han has a unique set of abilities that mesh well with other heroes. If you pick a good combination that work well with each other, you will increase your odds of winning tenfold. Now let's make sense of this screen. First, we have the agility heroes. These heroes are generally made up of carry heroes that will help you win your late game. Carry heroes tend to have very low survivability, but make up for it if they get enough farm. Too many of these on your team will result in too much late game heroes, and you'll most likely lose in the early portion of the game before your carriers can acquire the items they need to win. Most of the time you'll want 1, maybe 2 on your team at most. Next we have intelligence heroes. Most of these heroes specialize in high damage spells and utility. This is where you'll find a lot of your support heroes and high damage spellcasters. You will want at least one hero from this pool as your primary support. He will focus his attention on warding and map control. Strength heroes are generally your initiation heroes. These are the heroes that like to go in first, and they tend to have a lot of high survivability. It is always wise to pick a strong, hard to kill initiator for your team from this pool, to start fights and get into the fray. All these categories have carries, gankers, supports, and initiators, but these are only exceptions to the rules. So in summary, agility contains for the most part your carry heroes, intelligence contains for the most part your support and high burst spellcasters, strength contains for the most part your hard to kill initiation heroes. Now the basics of picking any hero stem from how the lanes work. The normal setup for lanes consists of 2 heroes in each of the side lanes and 1 hero in the middle lane. In each of the side lanes you will normally want at least 1 ranged hero to ensure you don't get harassed out of your lane and lose control of it. When deciding what hero you will choose, think about the lanes and how your pick will affect them. If you pick a melee hero and there's already 3 melee heroes chosen, then you'll force one of your lanes to have double melee lane, which will most often put you at a significant disadvantage. If you hover over a hero, you will be able to see whether the hero is ranged or melee. Once you realize whether or not you'll have to pick a ranged or melee hero, you will then want to decide what role is needed to best suit your team. There are many roles in Han, some of which include support, carry, ganking, and initiation. Each role provides your team with another avenue to achieve victory. What you want to do is to ensure that your team does not have too many of any one of these roles. For example, if your team has a carry that is going to require all the farm on your team, then picking another carry will split the farm from 1 to 2, thus slowing down your team quite a bit. If your team has 2 support heroes, picking a third support will leave your team with too many easy to kill heroes that don't require farm, making your team very easy to wipe out. So quickly look over the roles of the heroes people want to play and ask yourself, what role is my team lacking, and try to pick up a hero that will fill that role. Another easy tip is to always right-click the hero you want to play so that the hero's picture will show up next to your name, and your teammates will know how to pick around what you want to play. Knowing and practicing these simple tips is the first step in becoming a great Han player. Stay tuned for my next video that will go over items and how to prepare yourself for the landing phase.